ERP is such a solution which covers all aspects of your business, but is it suitable for everyone? Does every businessman need it? The answer is no. There are many criteria for selecting the ERP or criteria for using the kind of software that you need for your business. Now, let's talk about the different options available for managing your business. The best and the simplest and the lowest cost is a ready to use software package. Now, we have products like Tally, we have products like Zoho. They are all ready, fine-tuned, refined, extremely low cost. So these are suitable options for any business which is not having much complexity, either in terms of the volume, in terms of revenue, in terms of the complexity of manufacturing, maybe complexity of trading, maybe. They are extremely suitable, and you should not think of going outside these packages if you feel your business is very limited in approach. All processes are covered: accounting, billing, even to some extent inventory management, analytics also are built into it, and all that statutory things are taken care of. It's an ideal solution. Now the problem comes: every business cannot be managed effectively using this, where your business size grows. The moment you grow your business, then you have all kinds of complexities in management. You need to manage stocks in a very accurate, you need to manage costing, then you need to manage scheduling, you need to manage planning, maybe for production. Then if you are into a trading but you have a distributor network, then you need to manage the distribution network. You need to monitor the stocks at different levels and all that. This software is not going to help anyone. Now what happens? Then you come to the other options that are available. Now in these situations where your business is large, or maybe you at this moment your business is not very large, but you have a plan within maybe a year or something to grow this business in a large way, then this is where you need a more powerful and a more customizable and extended solution. You have two options. First option, which is very common and has been there around since years. Right? We ourselves have been doing it since 87. Now typically these custom developed applications are developed from scratch by this company, which is typically a relatively small company, maybe 5 employee, 10 employee, 20 employee, 30 employee, even 100 employee. So these are called proprietary custom developed solutions. Now they are very good in terms of being extremely user friendly because they are designed for the specific industry that that have been targeted by the developing company. Let's say for apparel manufacturing, you will have a software which will be exclusively designed for apparel manufacturing. You have a different application for hotel management. You have a different application for travel industry. So there are many verticals, and these all will be applications designed for that specific business. Thus, the main advantage in these comes that first, they are extremely comfortable to work with because they have been designed for you. Then there is not much dependency on your inputs to design that software. So supposing you don't have much time, so these applications have been developed earlier. So what can be done is you can directly start using it. Maybe with some training, maybe in 15 days you can go live. Now the limitation. So again, price wise, yes. Price wise also they are very relatively lower. I mean, they are higher than the standard applications like Zoho and Tally, but they are relatively lower than a real ERP that I'm talking. Why? Because that application is developed for one user, for one purpose, and then it is multiplied over the other. Obviously, now typical range starts at maybe 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, and maybe around under 5 lakh, 7 lakhs is the typical range of an ERP. What are the limitations? Because it has already been designed and there are maybe 50 users, 100 users, 100 different companies using that, there is a reluctance on the part of the developing company to include your requirement. A few tweaks here and there, yes, they are definitely open to that. But if you feel that you are good in your management and you have created your very specific management processes, then you will find suffocated in working on that particular platform. Because that person, suppose you have a very different unique costing process. You want to cost your product, find the costing of your product in a very different way, right? Maybe those factors which is there available in the market, then you are stuck. Even though it is comfortable, even though it's low cost, but if you want it for your need, then you are stuck in that. Now the third category of option that I said is the real ERP. The options in the market, just for naming a few, you have SAP, you have SAP S4HANA, which is a huge enterprise level. The pricing starts in crores. Then you have SAP Business One. Then you have Microsoft Dynamics available on the cloud. Then you have Sage. Now the ERP that we are focusing on is ERPNext. Now the main factor for going in for such kind of an ERP is that you would like to manage your entire business, all the standard processes such as buying, selling, CRM, HRMS and all that, and any other specific processes which are typical to your business. Obviously, the cost of this ERP, because there is an entire different process involved in implementing this, right? So it has to be designed, configured as per your requirements on that. So obviously the implementation cost also is higher than the other two options that are available. Plus, in most of the ERPs, you have a per user license cost. So per user license cost typically is in the range of around 50,000 per user. So relatively, if you see, these are in the ERPs are in the highest cost implementation cost bracket. Right? So you have a license cost and you have an implementation cost, and you may even have a hosting cost, hosting charges. That is, let's say for those people wanting to host it on the cloud. Now, as I said, the framework is so dynamic that you can not only configure the ERP, but you can create entire modules out of that in a beautiful way, seamlessly integrated, sharing data with all your other processes, and thus presenting you in a unified layer. So this is the USP of these ERP. It is suitable typically for organizations having a minimum turnover of typically around 25 CR and above. The reason it is suitable for them is that affordability. So you have typical cost is around 15 to 20 lakh. Now, organization with a much smaller turnover would not be able to afford that cost. So that is why we suggest that if you are having complexity and you're having a good turnover, only then you should go for these kinds of ERP.